What's up? It's IDK, aka the Baby Scale, and you tune in to Hot New Hip Hop. My upbringing, I'm from PG County, Maryland. I grew up pretty much like middle class. Both my parents, went to college and everything. But I went to like a really bad school where it's like a lot of people just doing bad things. And for me it was like a choice. I could either go the route that my parents went or go a totally different route, which is what I did because, I kind of went to elementary school and all that, not really getting good grades and all that. So that was kind of my lifestyle in a sense. And when I go to a school where, you make that type of decision, of course I'm probably going to hang out with the other people that didn't get good grades and whatnot. And that's kind of what it was for me. I think the DMV scene for me is definitely on a come up. It's one of those, no pun intended, it's one of those things where, everybody is finally, a lot of people are starting to have a moment. As far as the unity, I definitely think that that's something that could be worked on. I think a lot of people are hostile towards each other, to be honest. I mean, other people might come up here and say otherwise, but I see it differently. It's cool, though, but I think it's a lot more kind of just being cool with each other and not seeing everybody as an enemy, you know what I mean? My first rap influences was, my first rap album was Get Rich or Die Trying. From there I got into Eminem, but I always liked Eminem because of 8 Mile. But I just got into Eminem after that. And then Kanye West, like I was in like 5th grade or something. Kanye West, College Dropout came out. I was on that. And then from there I just started getting into a lot of other stuff, you feel me? When I went to jail, I was 17, and it was like crazy, man, because I always thought I was going to get out right away. And then I realized, it's not sweet. My bail was like $500,000 or something like that. You know what I mean? So I wasn't getting out. But being young, I ain't gonna lie, it shaped me in a positive way because I realized that wasn't the life that I wanted to live. I realized I was like, all right, you know what, man? I'm not trying to come back here. I know what's right from wrong. You feel me? I wasn't like born in a situation where all we were taught was wrong, you feel me? So I could make a change, and that's kind of what I did, you know what I mean, for the most part. I only ended up going back to jail again because of, like, violations and small stuff, not really even, like, I got in trouble again. So I always been good at anything that had to do with writing. Like, when I was a kid, when I was in the 6th grade, I remember the teacher gave us, like, 5 words, and we had to make them all rhyme to get, like, well, they all rhymed, but we had to make a sentence out of each one, and basically a poem. And I remember they gave me my words, and by the end of by the time I finished doing mine, the whole class was laughing because it was cool, it was funny, it was dope. You know what I mean? The way I did it. And from there, I kind of thought I could rap, But then when I went to jail, I got bored, so I just started writing music. And then I was just trying to see what it would do, and I didn't know if it was good or not. Then I started rapping it for inmates, and everybody was like, yo, this is fire. Like, you should do this when you get out. And that's kind of how it all happened. Yo, IDK, I just tell people now it stands for I don't know if you don't know. You know what I mean? Because it's like I've explained this so many times that I just want people to kind of, if you know it, then you know. If I just want people to kind of look it up and try and figure it out. But it's definitely a lot of depth. It's not just I don't know, you know what I mean? And I purposely made it like that because I know people going to say I don't know, and I know people going to make jokes or whatever, like, about it. And that's cool, you feel me? Like, I'm cool with that. I'm 100% cool with that. I know what it means, and that means a lot to me, you feel me? I took out Jay from IDK, just, not like nobody could call me that ever again or nothing, but more so I wanted it to be more simplified, especially for the new people who don't know me. I mean, it gives you something to come and look at, you know what I mean? And then it makes it easier for you to find me on social media, all that, too. I didn't really think about that when I did it, but that's one of the pluses. So when I did SubTrap, I called it trap music with substance, but I want to take that back because all music has substance, you know what I mean? Even if it's just a little bit or whatever. And I'm not the first to make trap music with a message. A lot of people have done that before, but what I wanted to do was actually make it something and create something from it. So I just took um, this whole SubTrap, suburban trap, whatever we call it, and just made it into its own genre in a sense, or actually branded it as something. You know what I mean? Um, it's just my perspective, because it's like you could be from a good neighborhood and all of this stuff. That don't mean shit. Somebody from with $1 million could kill you. You know what I mean? It's just more about being a voice for people who maybe have gotten in trouble even though they may not have had to, or maybe they're not born into certain situations. Anything can make somebody do something bad or get in trouble. So album art is a very important thing for me, because I feel like I'm still a new artist. So whenever you see a new artist, at least me, if I see an album out and I never heard of you, if your cover art doesn't make me feel like I need to listen to it, I'm probably not going to listen to it until I've heard it or seen it a million times. And then even some of the more compelling cover arts, if I see them over and over again, then that might cause me to listen to an album too. You feel me? It's just me. For me, I think the artwork is something a lot of people don't really care as much about. And that's like one of my most important things. If I'm gonna put all this work in the music, the cover art, which is one thing that like can make people say they want to listen to it or not listen to it, has to be fire. You feel me? Yeah, like when you see Empty Bank on Apple Music and Spotify amongst all these other cover arts, that orange jumpsuit with the hair and all that, like blonde hair, is something that you probably never seen visually before. So I just wanted to stand out, you know. The I Was Very Bad cover art consists of me with my back towards the camera and a dove on my shoulder. Basically, when I was in jail, I felt like I was alone. There was like, notice in the cover art, there's nothing else, where it's like a dark black room. I felt like I was alone, and the only person that had my back was my mom. Like all my friends, everybody that I thought was gonna have my back when I did it, you know, they kind of wasn't around, but my mother was there, and my mother's the bird because she passed away eventually. So that represents her spirit, you know what I mean? And it being on my back represents her having my back. You feel me? For the marketing, I Was Very Bad, and even Empty Bank, you know, dropping that on Forbes, and I Was Very Bad with Adult Swim. There were ideas that I came up with, just, you know, there's a lot of different aspects to my career, and I have like a hand in pretty much every single one of them. And with that one, those particular ideas, it's like always like, okay, I have this product, or I'm working on this product, but I'm still a new artist, which is most important to understand. How, in a world where there's millions of different people dropping stuff all the time, how do I make sure my stuff stands out in a way that fits what I'm doing? Empty Bank with Forbes, I was just like, yo, nobody's ever dropped nothing on Forbes before. I know it doesn't sound like it makes sense, but this project is about money. We should really go for that. And we went for it, and it happened. Now I see people actually debuting stuff on Forbes. With Adult Swim, I just thought of my project as being like a TV show or episodes to a TV series. It used to be movies back in the day. Like, movies are still hot, but now it's about those TV series on Netflix and HBO and things like that. So I was like, all right, let me take that motto but put it with my music, because my music is essentially a story. Each song could be one of these episodes, you feel what I'm saying? And then at the end of the project is a season, you know what I mean? And I was just like, all right, since I'm telling stories and all that, that's kind of what I wanted to do. I wanted a TV aspect, so then I hollered at Jason DeMarco, who liked me because he heard Empty Bank. I happened to be cool with him, sent him a DM. I told him, you know, I had a really cool idea. He was all ears. I told him the idea, and he saw the vision immediately and made it happen. So shout out to him for that. Thank you very much. Originally with Pizza Shop, I just wanted Doom or Dell. That's a legendary. Yeah. I just wanted Doom or Dell. I was like, okay, we should get Doom or Dell on this record, right? But I I didn't think I would get any of them, to be honest. Just 'cause it's like you don't see them do features. You feel me? That's like some hard. But shout out to Jason DeMarco again. I had Pizza Shop ready. I sent it to Jason. Jason sent it to Doom, and Doom replied back like, "Yo, what's the concept of it?" I told him the concept. 3 weeks later, we got the verse. A week after Doom did it, Dell, someone through a mutual friend, he reached back out to us and said he liked the song too. So I had a problem. The Doom had given me a really long verse, and Dell had given me a long verse. I think it was like 24 bars or something each, both. And I was like, yo, I want both though. I gotta put both on. So I had to cut down Doom's joint to like 8, and I cut down Dell's joint to like maybe 16. And then, cause I didn't want the song to be too long, you know. The whole thing about the project was I wanted it to be really short so you could listen to it quickly. Touring, 2018. It's gonna be a lot of touring. You know, more work, visuals for this project. I was very bad, and just you know, just a lot more creating, a lot of collaborations, things like that.